My name's Vince. I own about 10 acres here in Bunkie, Louisiana, and on those 10 acres I have about 33 pecan trees. Some of the trees are over 100 years old. When I decided that I wanted to start harvesting these pecans that are coming from these trees, of course we started out with just a hand picking. We used the I don't even know what you call them, but the stompers that you just pick them up that way, rollers, everything we could think of. We couldn't afford the big heavy industrial equipment that a lot of the pickers were using, but we wanted to collect the pecans ourselves, so we didn't want to hire somebody to do it as well. There wasn't a lot of information on out there about how to do this at a low cost. Well, we finally found a bag of nut, which I have right here. I'm going to show you that. My bag of nut now is about, I guess about 10 years old. What it basically does, it's really neat effect, it rolls over the pecans. The pecans go in between the fingers right here, and then they come across and they'll roll into these baskets. And that's essentially what the bag of nut does. So you have to stop periodically to get the pecans out of the basket. Now, one of the disadvantages for the bag of nut that I found is it gets a lot of leaves and trash that also get caught up with the pecans. So the cleaner the ground is, the better the pick will be. But of course, as you see here, we have a lot of clean ground. The grass is well mowed. Not all of our area out here is like that. But I'm going to show you how this works on the clean grass. This bag of nut is just connected to the back of my riding mower, and that's what I use to harvest my pecans. So here goes the demonstration. It takes a few times around to get all the pecans up, and there'll be a few left on the ground. It's not 100%, but I would say it gets the majority of the pecans up. So I just basically drive in circles around all my trees. I do run with the blade on. This is to blow any of the leaves and trash, so it helps keep the pecans a little cleaner. As I'm going around, I keep mine up on its highest setting to blow the trash out, and I lose a few pecans that way, but majority, all in all, not enough to matter. So now I've picked the pecans. Got them in my hopper here behind my bag of nut, and basically to transport them out as I'm picking, I just dump them into my trailer. It's a standard trailer you can pick up at any hardware store, and that's where they go. As you can see, there's a lot of trash still. We have sticks, we've got leaves, we've got grass, we get these little twigs constantly, and then when I bring them into the barn here in one moment, I'm going to show you how I've solved that. You've already seen how I collect pecans using my bag of nut. But one of the pressing problems with the bag of nut is that there are a lot of trash, leaves, sticks get caught up with the pecans and go into the picker. So when we bring them into our barn, our biggest problem is sorting the pecans out from the trash and the sticks. So I'm going to show you how I've devised the system to do. Okay, so you saw earlier I harvested the pecans, and I've got them now into my trailer and brought them into my barn. And basically what I do is I just scoop them into 5-gallon buckets. Of course, I need to wear gloves when I'm doing that because there's a lot of sticks and trash. If you look in here, you'll see we've got sticks at the picker pig. We've got the dead holes, we've got the leaves, grass all up in here. And I take it over to my chute that I've developed over here, which is just sitting right here, and it's above a squirrel cage fan. And so we're going to show you this segment of it, which is just dumping it into the chute and getting it ready. So this is sort of the pre-stage. You see all that trash pouring out of it and everything. So we've pre-staged the pecans back here on the chute. And in a moment I'm going to show you how this operates. We push the pecans through the chute into the tube. This is our squirrel cage fan again right here. It's blowing up through the tube. The trash, leaves, and extra sticks will come out the top, and any really light pecans that really aren't any good anyway that we don't want. The heavier stuff, which is the good pecans, and occasionally some sticks and other stuff will work its way through, will come out on here. All this is a treadmill. We had it laying around the house, weren't using it. Probably should, but we weren't. And anyway, we devised it to where it'll slide the pecans across and put it into the table right here where we can do a little bit more cleaning, and I'm fixing to show you that. So here we are at the top of the chute. The machine's running. We've got the squirrel cage fan on. and the basically our conveyor belt or our treadmill is on. And what we're going to do here, we're just going to push it through so you can see how this actually functions. If you'll notice up at the top of the chute, you'll see a lot of the trash flying out. So here we go. Alright, now what I'm going to show you here is on the treadmill, I want you to see how clean the pecans look so you kind of get out here how that looks. Now it does take an extra person on the treadmill down on the end there to sort the sticks as they come through, because you will get some sticks through. But this will get rid of almost all your leaves and your lighter stuff. So here we go, take a look at the pecans coming down. This is our sorting table right here that we've got at the end of our treadmill or our conveyor belt, and as you'll see, we didn't get all the sticks out. There's a few that didn't blow out, but we don't have any of the grass or the trash in here hardly at all. We have a few whole pecans that have the holes still on them that need to be cleaned up, a couple of cracked ones. So there's some stuff that gets through, and that's why you have somebody right here on the end of the treadmill picking. They can sort. You can have somebody right here as well. You can even have somebody here, depending on how many people we have. So by no means is it a one-man operation, but it does speed up the operation a lot. And you can look right here, you know, as we go through, the pecans are relatively clean. We've gone down to the end here, and we've made a board. The reason we have this triangle right here is so as we're pushing the pecans, they don't fly out. They go straight into our bag, and then we tie our bag up. We prefer the crawfish sacks that you get down here in Louisiana because they're just lighter to carry. That's the only reason. Some people use the big burlap sacks, but you get a 100-pound sack, you got to lug it around. A 25 to 30-pound sack's a lot easier. Now, if you look over here to the right, you'll see a lot of this trash. This is what is coming out of the tube that we've been using. These sticks, we get a lot of the leaves and grass will come out. We get black hole pecans. So all of this comes out, and it blows down here. So you see we do get a lot of the trash, and we get it out. And that's pretty much our operation. That's how we have it set up, and that's what we're doing here down in Bunkie, Louisiana, and we hope maybe you can use this information and design a system, and we'd love to see your video of your system if you do one as well.